tell you that we are going to take the rest of the year off. But meanwhile, we put together a clip of what inspires everyone from all the interviews we've done this past year. So have a look, be inspired. Peace, love, happy holidays from me and Michael Kramer, and we'll catch you next year. Happy holidays, ho, ho, ho.
I think they're honest stories. I think they all come from like our lives and what we've had to deal with.
Yeah,
and,
totally.
We're having fun with it. Like we kind of sort of go to extreme, but they're sort of real. Like they come from real places.
I first got inspired with music from watching Michael Jackson and David Geffen. David Geffen, Barry Diller, and Michael Jackson are my people that actually led me to do what I want to do.
And then as I got older and as I had the opportunity to tour with people like Alice Cooper and see how it's done and see how an epic, larger-than-life rock and roll show looks, and then you get into all of the great music, and then it just sets the bar so much higher.
It's a matter of the heart. I mean, keep working in the studio and making music. Also, when we write music and we just create it in different ways and facets.
So what I did is I bought a book. I think it was called Writing Down the Bare Bones. I don't remember the author, but it's such an amazing book, and it really opened my eyes to so many things.
But something will just come to me, or it won't. Like I could be sitting in front of my computer trying to think of an idea to record.
I think that whatever I see in pop culture kind of influences me.
First, I'm inspired by something, and then I work with Brian Blake, who produced my whole last EP.
Well, I once heard this story about Merle Travis, and Tex Williams walked up to him. He's like, "I need a hit song." So he took a cigarette out and he put it out, and Merle Travis, from what I heard, was salt of the earth. Grabbed his paintbrush and he's painting, and he's smoking his cigarette. And he's like, "Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette," and he just wrote on the spot.
French rap.
Yeah, French rap?
French rap, because in French rap, lot of scratch.
The first thing that really got me going is when I saw Run DMC and Jam Master Jay, and he was doing something on the turntables. I'm like, he was making this sound. I'm like, dude, whatever he's doing, I want to learn how to do that.
There was a record that I heard called The Adventures of Grandmaster Flash on the Wheels of Steel. And basically what he did on the B-side of The Message, he recorded himself mixing. And I had never heard anything like that before in my life. It was just so intriguing, I had to copy it and try to imitate it.
Paintings, it comes from, I was reading a story, a fairy tale to my son.
To just, do the absolute best I can to bring something to life for people to enjoy.
Person has their own things, and there's kind of like no pressure to, like, if I'm doing my thing in the other room and I'm just like, I can be totally zoned in and just playing guitar
and
for
I'm
hours.
in the other room.
She's just, I don't even have to think about it. She's not bored by herself.
Yeah.
It's kind of the philosophy that Andy Warhol had with the Velvet Underground, combining cinema and fashion and art, a whole big crowd.
Well, with Quiet Riot, like I met Kevin before he started Quiet Riot, and then once he met Randy and they started the band, I was like really excited about it. Oh, here's something I can be a part of from the beginning.
There's no thought involved whatsoever in anything that I do. There's no method, there's no big magic secret. I've just been doing it for so long, and for me the creative process is the same when you're playing a guitar or when you're shooting a film.
Oh, just life, man. Just taking it all in, just trying to kind of keep the antennas high and see what's going on around you, and try and kind of spit that out in your art. That's kind of in your art, what you do, whether it's write songs or whatever. So that's the goal.
I think being on stage and seeing that crowd's reaction and feeding off that.
Yeah, just that whole thing of when you're standing on a stage and people are moving and they're really into your thing, it just makes you want to project even more. So the more they give us, the more we want to give, and we just want to keep coming back and just giving more and more. So.
Well, I love, like Jacob was saying, I love when we were in the studio, just being together, hearing the guitars,
That's inspiring.
The only way you're going to make it in the music industry is if you tour.
And everybody, talk to, don't stop talking to them.
don't
meet people, walk up to strangers, give them your stuff.
Don't be friends and talk to your bands you play with, man. Like all the bands you play with to help each other. We're all a team, so we're doing this stuff
everybody works hard.
Lots of things, from books to films to also kind of looking at the cultures of different countries.
LA is such an invigorating city. I find inspiration just from living in Hollywood alone. I mean, there's just so many elements of Los Angeles that inspire you no matter what you're into, whether it's music or the arts, film, fashion.
I feel like you are all my family, my rock and roll family. Thanks for letting me entertain you and myself. And the one thing I know for sure is that things always change.